We have to understand that today's internet is run by algorithms. Algorithms are the best censor gatekeepers you could possibly produce, because there's really nothing you could do, because every company that develops an algorithm has also intellectual property rights, which means no one is allowed to look into the algorithm and actually see how it works. Not even government agencies are technically allowed to check the algorithm, so they wouldn't know if the algorithm works in a fair and balanced way or if it works in a very one-sided way, which they do. And so what has happened over time, no matter how many algorithms we have received on the internet, no matter how much censorship and control there was, the people have always found a way around, and we keep communicating with each other. We keep exchanging wisdom and information. We keep the internet fairly free for now. But this, what's going to happen, what's going to unfold, was always going to happen. What I'm talking about is in recent months and in recent years, we have seen a large increase in structural cyber attacks. Those are not your regular, we're going to steal credit card info and try to funnel out some money. This is real structural things where big structures, big corporations, big platforms, big government websites were being attacked now. You could think these are random events because these glitches have been happening all across the planet, whether that's Iran, whether that's Saudi Arabia, whether that's Germany, whether that's the United States or Canada, Asian countries. It's been happening all over the place. There is a common theme. These are preparation attacks. We believe there's going to be a basically internet shutdown event where such structural cyber attacks will happen that for most of the planet, the internet will be turned off and we won't have access to 90% of all the services because everything now is internet based. Now, this won't be a coincidental event. This will be a planned event, and there's a particular reason. The plan is to completely restructure how we use the internet. It has been tried before, but countries up until now have fought against too much control in the internet, and they have fought off the idea of something called a digital citizenship, where every human being that wants to access the internet needs to have a digital passport, a digital citizenship, because the internet is going to be considered as the largest country, a digital country, if you will, a digital entity. And if you want to enter that entity, you will have to have a digital passport and you will have to give your credentials. And so all your movements, from as much as they're already tracked now, they will be then tracked by a centralized power, which will have the name of like the World Internet Federation Association or the World Internet Council, something like that. And they will then be the central government figure, if you will, because everything is happening in and on the internet. And so the plan is to bring the current internet down and to show that it's too vulnerable, that it's too accessible to bad actors, that it's too much of a threat to keep it as open as it is, and that we need to establish stricter rules to how and who can access the internet. And so that's what they're going to try to bring in then. You will see this, you will hear this. We expect this event to happen. It might be sooner, it might be later, but we will have a real big comprehensive internet attack shutdown where nothing will really work anymore. And it will affect our daily lives outside of what we perceive the internet. ATMs won't work. Anything that's now connected to the internet, which is pretty much everything, will not work. And that will be much bigger, have a much bigger impact in a much shorter time than what we've experienced over the last year. As soon as these ideas will be publicly announced about this new digital citizenship passport, you will see the largest exit of people from the internet in history. Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people will pledge to leave the internet for good. They will say, we'll never go along with this. We will not be part of this super control system. We will leave the internet for good. If this is how it's going to be, we will not do it. It's much like we see now where there are certain countries that impose strict rules and people say, we're simply not going to do this. This is what's going to happen with the internet. You will have huge numbers of people They will say, I don't care. I don't care about the economic fallout in my life. I don't care about the social fallout. I will not use the internet if this is going to be a Chinese Communist Party style controlled entity. But, and this is the beautiful thing, an alternative is already in the works. And it's not just someone who's working on an alternative. It's actually the guy who invented the concept of the World Wide Web. It's Tim Berners-Lee, and the guy he's behind the WWW, and he's been working tirelessly on a new internet where you will be 100% in control of your personal data. Only you. It will be encrypted in a special way, so only you will have access, and you will be in charge once again, because you know that data, all the data that we transmit into the internet, that is the most important currency today. So this guy and his team, they've been working tirelessly for years now on this new internet, and they are ready because they know this is coming, and they will launch this very soon, and it will become a new revolution. But there is a possibility that between the old internet going down, between this new digital citizenship passport thing, and the launch of the new really private and data secured internet, there might be a gap in between. Why we're saying this is because if you are prepared, if you know there's a storm coming, and you can prepare, you can close the windows, and you can put in the patio furniture, and you can just get ready, you have peace of mind because okay, there's going to be a storm tonight, but I'm ready, I'm prepared, I'm good. So this event is going to happen. Whether it's going to happen as a big boom all over the world, or whether it's going to happen Europe one attack and then North America the other attack, we don't know that. Whether it's going to spread slowly or going to be a one-time thing, that we can't tell you, but it is going to happen. And if you understand it's going to happen, and if you make your own logical preparations for that, you're going to have peace of mind. You're going to be, again, a peaceful leader through a time that's going to be very stressful for many people. And this is the inspiration that we want to provide to the people, is that even in a difficult and challenging time, when you are connected, when you are spiritually, emotionally, and physically ready, you can be a shining light and you can guide people, because we were never meant to rely on the internet in the first place. What we're doing on the internet is actually mimicking capabilities that we have within us. We have just forgotten about them. They're just dormant, but eventually we will awaken those abilities to communicate with each other long distance, mind to mind, to transmit visions and data. All of that, we couldn't have invented the internet if we didn't have this natural vision within us. It comes from a place, and it comes from a knowing that we actually, as humans, can do these things without technological help. But we're not quite there yet. So we're still using the internet and technology to help us bridge the gap.